So we've known for a long time now that there are more than 15 or so women who credibly have accused Donald Trump of sexual assault or sexual harassment or molestation, sometimes even rising to the threshold of rape, in fact. When we learned that this new book was coming out, All the President's Women, Donald Trump and the Making of a Predator, it was previewed to us that there were about 25 more women who detailed their maltreatment by Donald Trump in the book. So we, at that point, speculated the total number. There's the 15, there's the 25, there might be some overlap. Maybe it's 35 women, maybe it's 40 total women, considering that some of the women in the book might already be known to us previously. The book is now out as of 2 days ago, and it is endlessly more disgusting than we expected. There are so many women who accuse Donald Trump of some form of molestation that the book has a 50-page appendix containing a total of about 200 women making allegations of molestation of different degrees against the President of the United States. The most interesting thing about it is that Donald Trump's MO in most of these cases is very similar. But also, he also seems to be the opposite of a slick or a smooth operator, according to what the women detail. It's forcible kissing, which, remember, Trump is on tape saying when you're famous, you can just kiss them. You just kiss them, whatever. It includes groping and genital grabbing. Remember, again, in the tape, Trump says grab him by the you-know-what. So that is very much in line with what Donald Trump has said he does before. It includes setting up parties and events where he can create situations of power dynamics with specific women, very much in line to what he was known to do with Jeffrey Epstein, even on video at a party in the, I believe it was the late 90s, just standing there evaluating women with a very uncomfortable, awkward-looking Jeffrey Epstein. Multiple women who detail assaults taking place at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort tell similar stories of waking up and Trump is standing in their bedroom. I mean, can you imagine? Many of the stories follow the trend that when things aren't going well in one of Donald Trump's marriages or relationships, the frequency of these assaults increases and women are targeted more frequently. That's in line with everything we know, including during rough patches in Donald Trump's relationship with the now First Lady Melania Trump. As we know, sometimes hush money is involved to make stories go away. Sometimes it's physical threats, threats of violence. But in the end, is any of this going to matter? I mean, I'm not telling you this because now this is going to be what takes down Trump. The guy was elected after saying you can just grab him and do what you want. Evangelical voters who supposedly vote their values voted for Donald Trump after he said, you just grab him wherever you want, because they don't actually care about the morality that they claim to want to legislate. So what difference is it going to make if it's 15 women or 40 women or 207 women or whatever the number actually ends up being? Legally, the statute of limitations on most of these has expired. Legal repercussions, forget about it unless there were recent payoffs, which could be campaign finance violations, depending on how it was handled. There's not going to be a single legal repercussion for this. With every single one of these, violations of the emoluments clause that Trump says is phony, with ignoring legal impeachment subpoenas and Democrats not enforcing them, none of this stuff is going to make a difference unless, and 200 allegations of molestation against women as well. None of it will make a difference unless it inspires people to go out and vote in November of 2020. And I know it's almost a daily thing that I'm saying right now. If you think there could be other repercussions from something like 200 plus women alleging that Donald Trump molested them, let me know what they are, because I don't see it. Between the statute of limitations, with all of these other things, the fact that there just have not been consequences to what Donald Trump has done and continues to do. I see every single one of these stories about what Donald Trump has done, what Donald Trump is accused of. They are merely proxies to encourage voting in November of 2020, which is only at this point 53 and a half weeks away. That is the most direct path to removing Trump. And I know I've been saying this for a long time, but do we think that there's going to be something else in a short 53 and a half weeks that will remove Trump as long as Republicans continue to stand by him, as long as Trump and his campaign officials and his administration officials ignore congressional subpoenas with no consequences, what is it that's going to remove Trump any more quickly than just voting the guy out in 53 and a half weeks? Let me know if you have a different view. Let me know if you see a different path to Trump's removal. I'm on Twitter at @dpakman. The show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. And remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe free to you to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/David Pakman. You subscribe with Twitch Prime, okay? If you have Amazon Prime, you pay nothing. It counts as a paid subscription for us. A great way to funnel a little bit of that Jeff Bezos money into independent media. Twitch.tv/David Pakman. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. We will take a quick break and be back right after this.